Good evening. Thanks for joining us at Awaz News. I'm Kubrali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada. SIU investigating death of 34-year-old man who had interaction with Peel police in Brampton. Canada-wide warrant issued for suspect in Calais-Vaughan, Ontario triple shooting. Polar Ice Vodka will sponsor free streetcar trips in honor of Blue Jays home opener. Worker rescued after becoming trapped in tunnel at Toronto construction site. Toronto cannot wait until after election for serious talks about COVID-19 shortfall, McKelvey. Mississauga Transit introduces $1 a day senior rate, free rides for kids. High-ranking cop demoted following drunk driving crash. Those were the headlines, and now let's jump through the details. A suspect who York Regional Police say shot and killed a 24-year-old man is now wanted on a Canada-wide arrest warrant for first-degree murder. On March 9th at 3:45 a.m., officers were called to a residential area of Vaughan near Dufferin Street and Summeridge Drive for reports of a shooting. When they arrived, police said a man with gunshot wounds was located and transported to hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Police have now identified the victim as 24-year-old Toronto resident Alexander Millsmith. That same day, officials said a man and a woman has been shot in North York at around the same time transported to hospital. Investigators were looking into the possibility that two shootings may have been linked. Since then, York Regional Police have determined that the victims, a 20-year-old male and 21-year-old female, were at the scene of the shooting in Vaughan. Both victims left the scene in a vehicle which has since been recovered by police. The male remains in hospital with serious injuries, police said, adding that the female victim was treated for minor injuries and released. YRP Sergeant Clint Whitney described the incident at the time as a callous disregard for public safety and for human life. Investigators looking into the triple shooting said the suspect, who they had identified as Ilyayo, should be considered armed and dangerous. Police said Ilyayo, 20, of no fixed address, is known to have connections in London, Ontario, as well as Calgary, Alta. Ilyayo is wanted on one count of first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. Police are advising anyone who sees Ilyayo to not interact with him, but instead call 911 as soon as possible. Children will soon be able to ride public transit for free in Mississauga, with steep discounts also being offered to seniors. MyWay has announced a 1-year pilot program for children ages 6 to 12 and seniors 65 and older. As of May 1st, children with a valid Presto card will be able to ride MyWay for free, while seniors will have access to a $1 all-day fare. According to a press release from the city of Mississauga, this pilot program is meant to encourage MyWay ridership, which recently returned to pre-pandemic levels. To access these pilot programs, riders must have a valid Presto card with the correct fare type set based on their age. Seniors can use a registered Presto card or pay a $1 cash fare. Riders can buy and reload Presto cards at TTC, subway stations, GO Transit stations, Mississauga Community Centers, select Shoppers Drug Mart locations, and City Center's transit terminal in Mississauga. Additionally, MyWay is enhancing its Presto loyalty program, which will ensure all customers ride free on MyWay after paying for 11 trips in one calendar week. The threshold for free rides used to be 12 trips per calendar week. Some MyWay fares will rise starting May 1st. An adult single Presto fare will increase by 10 cents to $3.20, and a youth single Presto fare will increase to $2.45. In Toronto, kids ages 0 to 12 have rode the TTC for free with registered Presto card or child proof of age card since 2015. Seniors wanting a day pass, however, must pay $13.50. Vodka company Polar Ice will sponsor free streetcar trips on April 11th in honor of the Blue Jays home opener at the Rogers Centre. In an April 3rd press release, representatives for Polar Ice Vodka said the company would sponsor all trips on the 510 Spadina streetcar on the evening of April 11th. Fare machines and Presto card readers will be covered, and no fares will be collected between 5 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. in celebration of the Jays home opener. It's great to welcome another season of Toronto Blue Jays baseball and see everyone working together to help fans get to and from the games safely, said Deputy Mayor Jennifer McKelvey in the release. The 510 Spadina is the only route Polar Ice will sponsor on opening day. The announcement follows the TTC's decision to hike fares an extra 10 cents, which went into effect on Monday morning. A one-way cash fare on the TTC now costs $3.35 for adults and $2.40 for kids, while Presto fares are now $3.30 and $2.35 respectively. The City of Toronto cannot wait until after the mayoral by-election for serious discussions with the federal government about its nearly $1 billion budgetary shortfall due to COVID-19, Deputy Mayor Jennifer McKelvey says. McKelvey made the comment in an open letter sent to Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland on Monday. The letter comes after the federal government failed to include any money to help cover Toronto's ongoing COVID-19 costs in its budget last week. The city had been hoping that Ottawa would come forward with the $235 million in funding to offset 2022 COVID-19 shortfalls, as well as a commitment for hundreds of millions more to help tackle a $933 million shortfall in its 2023 budget. The federal government came forward with the billions in funding to help municipalities offset their COVID-19 shortfalls in 2020 and 2021, but has not committed to doing so on an ongoing basis. That in turn has left Toronto in a precarious fiscal situation as it continues to see a significant revenue loss as a result of lower TTC ridership. The city has also seen an increase in refugees and asylum seekers in its shelter system, which has left it footing the bill for the additional costs. Property taxes and limited revenue tools, McKelvey wrote in the letter. Given that the federal government's revenue grows with the economy, I strongly encourage you to make needed investments now in Toronto and cities across Canada so that your economic engines are firing on all cylinders. The Ontario budget table last month also failed to include any money to help the city offset a loss in revenue due to COVID-19 pandemic, but McKelvey has said that discussions would continue with Ford government officials. The province's police watchdog is investigating after a man died following an interaction with Peel Police in Brampton early Sunday morning. The Special Investigations Unit SIU said in a release that Peel officers were called to an apartment in area of Kennedy Road North and Warden Street East around 4 a.m. for disturbance. Police arrived and became involved in an interaction with a 34-year-old man, the SIU said. It was not immediately known what unfolded during the interaction, but the SIU said police were able to apprehend the man under the Mental Health Act. Shortly after, though the man went into distress and went vital signs absent, the SIU said police administered first aid and he was transported to hospital where he died. The SIU, which investigates the conduct of police that may have resulted in death, serious injury, sexual assault, and the discharge of a firearm at a person, has assigned 3 investigators and 2 forensic investigators to the case. Emergency crews have rescued a person who became stuck in a tunnel during an industrial accident in Toronto. According to police, the incident occurred at 2:57 p.m. at a construction site in the Lower Sherbourne and the Esplanade area. About 45 minutes later, police said the worker had been rescued and was being transported to hospital. The extent of the injuries are not known. Lower Sherbourne is closed from Lakeshore to the Esplanade. Police are warning people of the delays in the area. This was all from us today. I'm Kubra Ali, and I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.